Why do 90% of people believe in redemption? Is it because we all have a part of us that yearns for a second chance, a do-over, a way to right the wrongs of our past? Redemption is a powerful concept, one that resonates deeply within the human soul. It speaks to our innate desire to be better, to rise above our mistakes, and to find a path to forgiveness and peace. Because like Marco Rossi, we all crave a second chance. Marco's story is one of transformation, of moving from darkness into light, of finding a way to use his past not as a chain that binds him, but as a tool to carve out a new future. We all crave a second chance. It's a universal longing, a hope that we can change, that we can be better. Marco's journey is a testament to this hope, a story that shows us that no matter how deep the shadows, there is always a way to find the light. Marco Rossi grew up under the looming shadow of his father, Victor, a feared hitman. Victor was a man who lived by the gun, a man whose name struck fear into the hearts of many. For Marco, this was the world he was born into, a world where danger lurked around every corner, and trust was a rare commodity. The soundtrack to Marco's childhood, gunshots and whispered secrets. The nights were filled with the sounds of violence, the days with the hushed conversations of men who lived in the shadows. It was a harsh and unforgiving world, one that left little room for innocence or joy. While other kids heard bedtime stories, Marco learned the art of survival. He learned to be vigilant, to always be aware of his surroundings, to trust no one. His father taught him the skills he would need to survive in this world, skills that would one day make him a formidable force in his own right. As Marco matured, he inherited Victor's lessons of precision and discretion, finding comfort in the shadows. He became adept at moving unseen, at striking with deadly accuracy. The shadows became his refuge, a place where he could hide from the harsh realities of his life. But destiny had other plans. No matter how skilled he became, no matter how well he learned to navigate the dangerous world he was born into, fate had a way of catching up with him. The past has a way of resurfacing, of demanding its due. In a deadly confrontation, Victor's past finally caught up with him, leaving Marco to witness his father's final moments. It was a moment that would change Marco's life forever, a moment that would force him to confront the reality of the life he had been living. Victor's last words were a haunting mix of regret and wisdom. "I've lived in the dark, Marco." It was a confession, an admission of a life spent in shadows, a life filled with violence and regret. But it was also a challenge, a call to his son to find a different path. It's your choice whether you stay there or find your own path. These words echoed in Marco's mind, a constant reminder of the choice he now faced. He could continue down the path his father had set for him, or he could forge his own way, a way that might lead to redemption. With his father gone, Marco faced a heavy choice. The weight of his father's legacy hung over him, a constant reminder of the life he had been born into. But it was also a reminder of the life he could choose to leave behind. He could seek revenge or carve out his own legacy. Marco chose the latter. He chose to step out of the shadows, to use the skills his father had taught him, not for violence, but for justice. It was a difficult path, one filled with challenges and dangers, but it was a path that offered the possibility of redemption. He used his skills, not for vengeance, but for justice. He became a silent guardian, a protector of those who could not protect themselves. He used his knowledge of the underworld to fight against it, to bring a measure of light into the darkness. Becoming a silent guardian in the underworld, Marco blended his father's precision with a new moral compass. He became a force for good, a beacon of hope in a world filled with darkness. His journey was not an easy one, but it was a journey that brought him closer to the light. In the shadowy alleys of Johannesburg, Marco Rossi forged a new path. He became a legend, a figure whispered about in the dark corners of the city. His name became synonymous with justice, a name that brought hope to the oppressed and fear to the wicked, one that offered redemption and a glimmer of light amid the darkness. Marco's journey is a testament to the power of redemption, a story that shows us that no matter how deep the shadows, there is always a way to find the light. From darkness to light, This is Marco's journey. A journey of transformation, of redemption, of finding a way to use the past not as a chain that binds, but as a tool to carve out a new future. This is the legacy of Marco Rossi, a hitman who found his redemption in the shadows.